49ers best coach?
Okay, so this is interesting because a majority of the coaching staff's turned over, but there are some staple names that are still on this team. Obviously, Shanahan being the head coach, offensive play caller, been to 2 NFC championships. That's a great option. DeMeco Ryans, by the way, who was the better of the two coordinators, in my opinion, last year, did a hell of a job, especially once he got his feet under him after losing Verrett with that makeshift secondary. Incredible job what he did. That being said, it's Chris Kocurek. I mean, this guy is the best damn coach on this team.
Yep.
The best coach. I was reading something where he was talking about Bosa today, and he's talking about double teams and not double teams, but holding penalties, and talking about how they've got to do a better job of making sure that he is just a millisecond ahead so he cannot be held anymore. We can't control being held. We can't complain about being held. We've got to figure out a way to beat being held. I mean, what a hell of a comment. And I believe that he'll get Bosa there. Not only that, this man gets nobody's paid every single offseason. Guys that come to the 49ers and have no production. They leave the 49ers, still have no production. And like Hyder's going, okay, I get it. I've had 2 good years with Kocurek, one with the Lions, one with the Niners. I'm just going to play there for cheap because I know that I'll do good in that system with that man. This guy is the best coach on the team, hands down, to me right now.
The ultimate embodiment of Chris Kocurek's impact, Kerry Hyder. It's like you have accomplished nothing without Chris Kocurek. But when you guys come together, all of a sudden it's like Magic and Kareem. Like, you guys cannot be stopped. He is that good. I mean, there's no other coach that's as excellent at his job on the team as Kocurek, and that includes Kyle Shanahan. Now, Kyle is the most valuable coach on the team because offensive scheme is paramount, and everyone wants his scheme, and his scheme is cutting edge. But that scheme is more than him. It's him and his dad, and it's his assistant coaches, and it's great. But his leadership is in question. His play calling and crunch time is in question. His, his full ability to be a great head coach is in question. He's a losing record. Kocurek is pretty much universally regarded as the top of the top in his field. I asked him, like, I was like, you're universally regarded as the best defensive line coach. Do you have any aspirations to be a coordinator? And he was like, nope. This is my passion.
I love that. I love that.
I used to have that aspiration, but to be a coordinator, you have to really, really study coverages. And I tried, and I would just keep watching the D-line because that's all I want to watch. And I really respected that. I like that a lot. Yeah.
And that's great news for 49er fans because all they have to do is just keep making him the highest paid defensive line coach, and he's going to stay forever.
He
Fantastic news. Fantastic
what's
news.
interesting is, like, the Niners really, 2019 was big for them. There was a huge change. They were losers, and then they became winners in 2019. They brought in Bosa. They brought in Debo. They also brought in Kocurek. That was a big addition. Huge.
Well, think about it like this, though, too. When somebody like a Teray gets signed or a Jackson gets drafted, it's not just the player that you talk about. You go, oh, man, I see a lot of potential. I bet Kocurek can get the best out of this guy. Every single time. That right there is a mark of a great coach. I think that's fantastic. Great question by you because we've all thought about that. We've all wondered, hey, what if this guy wants to go be a D coordinator? Are we going to lose him in a year? No, it doesn't sound like it. Unless he's really tied to DeMeco Ryans for any reason, he's going to be a 49er for a really, really long time because they'll just keep paying him top dollar as they should.
Think about Drake Jackson. Niners draft him and everyone loves it. If the Niners didn't have Chris Kocurek and they just had some D-line coach that didn't have a track record of getting the best out of players, young players, you might not look at that pick so positively. You look at it as like, oh, he's young. He kind of didn't have a position in college. He didn't have a ton of production. He's a little bit of a project. I don't know. But with Kocurek, you're like, oh, that's a slam dunk. That's a fucking slam dunk.
Yep.
And that's gonna be, and it is. It is a fucking slam. I don't question that at all. And then I just asked him, like, so what is it about Drake Jackson that like has you so excited? And he just went like in detail for minutes about what I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds about I'm not betting against Drake Jackson. At the end, he's like, so in summary, like in conclusion, that's why he's gonna give a lot of sacks in the NFL. Like, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, I just learned a lot right there. Yeah, I wouldn't bet against him at all. He's such an asset. And I don't know who got him here. Robert Saleh, Kyle Shanahan, but they got to keep paying him.
Thank you for that, by the way. Thank you for that.
Thank you. If that was your final gift to the organization, Robert, respect.
Nice. Mad respect, for sure.
Mad respect. All right, that's the show for tonight. 49ers After Dark. Got a little hyphy, just hyphy enough because my hyphiness is under investigation. Just kidding. Just kidding. Can't get too hyphy. Just hyphy enough.